Hello all, Namaste. I'm Dr. Shweta Kumar. So here today I just wanted to share one thought. Uh, when kids are very small, we are very proactive regarding what they eat, how they wear, their vaccines, regarding their health, and with the smallest change in their behavior, and one would immediately consult a doctor, their family members, regarding what is happening. But as the child grows up, especially I want to talk about them who are in their pre-boards, pre-10th, pre-12th, and during the entire 10th and 12th. So sometimes these kids are quite treated as an adult. Of course, a lot of pressure regarding their studies, a lot of parental anxiety, what they would do in their life, are they planning in the right way, are they practicing, are they studying in the right manner. Of course, that's important. That is their building blocks are built at this stage, they are being laid at this stage. But one very important thing here I also want to mention, that we do come across kids of this age, the teenagers, where they come up with a lot of health issues, which might go unnoticed for a long period of time. Like most commonly, if I say you that they're just feeling weak, not feeling interested, or they get tired, or when they study, they are not able to perform well, or they are performing but at the cost of their health, sleep getting disturbed. And nowadays studies are become more of online based, more of screen based, so of course that is also posing a lot of trouble to them on long run. So it's very important that we understand our child's mental state, their physical state, their capabilities. And of course every child has got a right to have their own time of leisure, to practice their hobbies, to have time off. So as studies are part of their life, it is as important to again rewind themselves, refresh themselves. So it's very important at first place is to look that the children are not getting stressed. Stress is something which can cause a Pandora box of problems for anyone, not only kids, for adults. Behind every disease and success of any treatment, or for how good you do in your life, depends on what stress you are undergoing. And more than that, how do you cope up with your stress? That's very, very important. This is something, coping with stress is an art which we love, which we learn over time. A child might become successful, they might get into bigger colleges, a good job, but again the same thing comes back. That pressure, that work stress, how does one cope up with? So it's very important that these things are inculcated into a child quite early. How to deal with stress, how do they speak about their stress. They should identify that they're going under stress, and a big role goes to parents who are going to help them out to deal with their stress. Of course, unnecessary pressures are not going to do any good to them. So it's very important that things are balanced. Your words, how do you talk to them, the counseling regarding studies, regarding career, has to be really balanced, where they understand and they don't get stressed. We do see kids who are very stressed out, like they're unable to meet their parental expectation, or they're trying or they're unable to do. So there are many stuffs here which has to be addressed, and it's high time we realize this is also part of their health. Second is coming to their vaccinations. Often vaccinations for an adult child is ignored most of the time. There are vaccines which are scheduled at age of 10, age of 15, 17, or in meanwhile in between as well, which are very important for their health, especially if they're going to study abroad. Nowadays most of the universities within India or outside, they are asking for some of the vaccinations, and most of the time we end up giving all of them at one. So I don't think that's a good practice. So do catch up with your child vaccination as well. Teenage vaccination is very, very important to prevent them from future disease, from some very serious disease and illness. So do keep a chart for your child as well. Coming to third thing, their nutrition. Of course nowadays we have lot of exposure to outside food, to junk food. And of course many time parents are busy, or for the easy availability, it's very, very difficult to keep them off your house. But as far as possible, do try and see that your child is taking at least regular meals. Acidity is something we are seeing increasingly in the teenagers. So make sure that they are eating their meals regularly. They don't sit for their classes before eating their meals. They take good water intake, fibers in the form of vegetables, fruits, so protein diet, having dal. Once in a while non-vegetarian food is also okay. So they see that they kind of have a balanced meal which give them all the vitamins, proteins which they need. And as far as possible, home stuffs, the natural stuffs are going to help them more. Of course, you can add with the supplements if you see that they're not being able to catch up with their food. uh, One more important thing I would like to stress here: if your child has been having some issues like, say, body aches, joint pain, or any kind of health issue, do take an initial assessment with your doctor. It's not necessary that every time the child falls sick, then only you will visit the doctor. Sometimes taking an initial general evaluation, discussing with the doctor is also good, because we do see vitamin D, B12, iron deficiencies, and many vitamin deficiencies coming up in the child. So it's very important that they get investigated and they take proper medicines, because these are the deficiencies which let's not assume like you give supplements and they become better. It's not like that. Many deficiencies can cause long term sequelae, long term health issues. Especially we see many kids who have not been taking enough food, they get weakened bones. So it's not a good thing, and it's very important to get them investigated for that. Another thing from the diet wise which we see is in a teenager is metabolic syndrome, like increase in weight, having this the blackish discoloration around their neck. So these are all kind of the pre risk factors which might in future cause them, lead them to develop type 2 diabetes and even blood pressures, high cholesterol levels. So it's very important to keep in mind, like these are the things which does not always come when after 20s or 30s. The onset might start quite early in the teenage. So it's very important that your child, one is diet, what to eat and what not to eat is important. Other than that, physical activities, just studying indoors is not enough for them. They need to have some form of physical activity. Of course, in this pandemic we might not recommend a lot of outdoor activities, but at least indoor activities are there. They can go for yoga, exercise, or practice their own, say like they like dancing, or there are many hobbies they can undergo which involves a lot of physical activity at home as well, and they should be allowed to do that regularly. They do have right to have practice their hobbies for their own mental relaxation. So do not stop them for doing. Of course, keep a watch on that they're not doing something wrong, but it's also important that they refresh themselves by the way they want to do. It's very important. Sometimes child do turn a very irritable. They become very reluctant to listen to their parents. So most of the time it's also that the child feels that they're not being understood well. So please give them that and that personal time to them. Apart from that, one important factor is nowadays kids are doing online classes. So make sure that you're using proper tables, chairs, their postures are correct, because that too is leading to a lot of eye problems, neck problems, muscle aches, which might not go alone by the medicines alone. So adequate postures, proper postures are important, proper hydration is important, and stretching exercises are also as important. So I hope that this video is helpful, and it's very important that we understand and we are able to identify the physical and mental stress of our kids. They too undergo stress, and please go ahead, talk to your children, observe them, and if you notice anything which you can fix at your end, and otherwise take help of your doctors, and hopefully things should get down better well. So all the best to all the kids who are in their pre-boards, and all the best to their parents who are working so hard after them. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Namaste.